It's your boy Donnie, man. Told you guys I'll be back with some new videos. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the game two preview. Now, before we do the preview of tomorrow's game, I just want to say the Knicks didn't get enough credit. We didn't get enough credit. I don't believe the Knicks got enough credit for what they achieved. So for a little bit, I want to mention some things that I thought were underrated. I also felt like there were things that people left out that the Knicks did really well, and also maybe things that look would have worked in our favor had we done that better. And all in all, look, we don't want to harp too much on game one because look, game one is about to be over. It was a beautiful morning this morning. If you woke up and you were a Knicks fan and you looked at the news, and yes, we did win. We beat them in overtime. It's one game, and we'll worry about game two tomorrow. But let's be honest, you know, to come back from 20, it's not an easy thing. And I think what the Knicks did well was they changed the game plan when things weren't working. Karl Anthony Towns was in foul trouble. What did we do? We changed it up. We decided to play better defense. We decided to pick spots better, you know. Even though there were times where I thought that maybe, you could have moved that ball a little bit faster. But all in all, our guys showed up. Josh Hart, we just don't credit him enough. I don't know why, but a lot of people they're not really talking about what the Knicks do well, besides Jalen Brunson. And I feel like it's a secret hate that they have against the Knicks, but it is what it is, you know. And of course, the headlines this morning were that it was one of the worst games you ever seen, especially from Boston's perspective, shooting the amount of threes they did, like 19 out of 20 shots in the, I believe in the fourth were three pointers. I mean, that's what they thought they can get away with. That's what they thought they can get away with. Now, I said it yesterday on the stream too. I said that I couldn't believe that this dude Tatum wasn't going at Brunson more. Like, I don't know why you're selling for threes. Now, that brings me to tomorrow. That brings me to tomorrow. Um, I don't think that the Boston Celtics will play anything like that tomorrow. I think what they will do is they will have a more mixture of trying to get inside, which the Knicks should anticipate. We should be anticipating the Boston Celtics to try and get inside more, by making sure that the paint is not an easy target, you know, because now, you know, the 3 pointers. The thing about it is Boston is the type of team. If things go well, everybody plays well, nobody complains. But when things go wrong, they don't really have another gear to go to. For example, Golden State is good at that. Golden State, whenever Golden State doesn't play well, they have other ways of beating you. Which is trusting their culture and their DNA and stuff like that. They're a very good team for a reason, even though they don't really have the best players anymore. You still have an all-time great in Steph Curry, for example. Then you have Draymond, and then you have some other guys now with Butler came along. You know what I'm saying? But their DNA is still there. That's why they're dangerous. Boston doesn't really have that. At least not this Boston team. They don't really have that DNA. Yes, they're the champions, but do people take them serious as the champion? No. A lot of people believe that they will be beat, if it comes down to it. And historically, they do struggle. Sorry, historically they do struggle game ones, and in fact, like they mentioned on ESPN, they tend to play a lot better away from home than they do at TD Garden for some reason. And you know, for the Knicks, it's the same thing. The Knicks tend to play better away from home than they play at the Garden. So here's this chance for the Knicks to actually take a game at the Garden, and they really need to win this one. You know what I'm saying? But anticipating that the Boston Celtics won't play the same way might work in our favor because now they're so focused on not having that 3 point performance again that now the Knicks can kind of take their time and pick them apart. The matchups don't work favorably in our end, but it could still work. Kristaps Porzingis is doubtful right now, and it's going to be a great help to us if he's not playing. And I'm telling you, these New York Knicks are. I think they can steal a game here, game two. So what do we have to do? First of all, we got to rebound that damn ball. Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Um, OG where he can, even Brunson, rebound the damn ball. Give us opportunities to score. You rebound that ball. A rebound is so huge in basketball. Besides 3-point shooting, rebounding is one thing that's so overlooked sometimes. The rebounds tell you a lot about games. If you see a team that has 15, 20 rebounds, most likely they won the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you go into like a quarter, the team with the most rebounds usually does win. So that's something to look forward to. Second, mid-range shots. And in fact, before we get to mid-range shots, foul shots, so free throws, we have to make our free throws this game. We gotta make our free throws. We gotta make our free throws. We make our free throws. I'm telling you, either the game is close or we win. Again, we will win the game. I'm telling you, we gotta make our free throws because we got lucky on that end that we really didn't shoot free throws well game one, but Boston decided to shoot threes, like we said. So that helped us. You know what I'm saying? We have to shoot our free throws. It just has to happen. We shoot our free throws. I can't see us um, being hurt on that end because now you're shooting your free throws, you're making your mid rangers like I'm about to mention, and now you have something where the Celtics probably aren't going to try and shoot as many threes. They're going to try and move the ball and shoot threes, but they're not gonna call too many plays straight up like Tatum was trying to do and then just shoot the three because they've probably been hearing that shit the whole day and they're tired of that shit. So that's not happening. So that might work in the Knicks' favor. We hit our free throws now, especially for a guy like Bridges, man. I'm telling you that this dude Bridges, he's the mid range for him is money, bro. The mid range is money for him. You get that mid range going, and now suddenly you can kill him with OG Adenobi in the corner and Brunson working his magic. And I gave you that's the formula: rebounds, mid rangers, free throws. What else? Brunson magic. You know that will do it. Is it going to be easy? No, because now we have to find ways to also stay out of foul trouble when they do attack us. And look, if that requires us to substitute sometimes a guy in Precious Achua, we might have to do that. Deuce McBride, you got to lock in on defense. You know what I'm saying? I do expect Cat to be in foul trouble again because this time they're really going to attack him. And he might not even have a first half where he can really dominate. I do expect him to be attacked. Um, but we have to make up for that on the other end. We got to make sure we hit our shots. And yeah, that's really what I think is going to do it. If we take this game too, oh my God, we're in a great position. And that's another thing. The confidence you got to be high if you're on the Knicks right now. You got to be high on saying, you know what, nobody thought we can win. We beat them, and we beat them. We beat them pretty good because to be honest, after coming back from 20, we could have ended it already. So we didn't, but we could have. You know what I'm saying? So just off that alone, I think that we have such a good opportunity here. You take another game in the Garden where we haven't been good, but if there's ever a time to win one, now would be the time. Now would be the time. And off the bench, besides Deuce, I don't really see much coming off the bench. Besides maybe Achua, Mitchell Robinson is probably good for like 6, 7 rebounds. But let's say he gets in foul trouble because they're gonna attack and he's not the quickest. Cat's not the quickest. If Achua has to come in, let him come in. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I will be streaming tomorrow, of course. I'll try to be there early. Maybe we can have like a little pregame going. And guys, we take game two. I'm not saying we're winning the series yet because I picked us in 7. You know what I'm saying? I said Knicks in 7, but I'm telling you, if we win game 2 tomorrow, sticking to these things and watching out for the things that I said with Boston, we have a shot. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It's your boy Don. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.